This video will demonstrate the mobile OPD communication application. The remote OPD workflow has been developed to assist Metro South Health staff who are working remotely during the COVID-19 pandemic to complete phone and telehealth outpatient appointments. For more information on working remotely, all information can be found on the Metro South Digital webpage under the COVID-19 Information tab. The remote OPD workflow is non-mandatory. Departments are to utilise this at their discretion, however it is encouraged to follow the proposed workflows. This workflow and the app do not replace any ESM, billing or telehealth processes. The process requires an on-site clinician and admin to support any off-site clinicians working. The off-site clinician needs to have the following: a device with secure connectivity, whether this is Follow Me Desktop, My VPN or My Apps. They need a contact number for the on-site OPD and clinician for emergencies. They'll need the printer ID for requisition printing from the IMR on-site. And they'll also need any telehealth peripherals, for example a camera or microphone, if they are to provide telehealth services. To access the mobile OPD communication application, click the icon on your desktop. Note that this will need to be opened within Microsoft Edge or Mozilla. Internet Explorer will not work. To log in, enter your Novell user ID and password. Upon opening, you'll see the Metro South facilities listed. To access your patient list, click on the clinic list under the facility you are working at. The appointment date will default to today, however you can forward date as required. Select the appropriate location or resource from the list. Your patients for that day will display in the bottom pane. Additional future dated appointments will show across the top right hand side. To flick through, just click on them. This list has been developed to assist clinicians in reviewing their clinic list and updating face-to-face appointments to telephone or telehealth as appropriate. To complete this, review the patient as you would in IMR. Once you have determined the new assigned delivery mode, select in the list. To assist with planning clinicians on-site and off-site, there is also a clinician location field located here. You also have the ability to enter an assigned clinician into the free text field. Once completed this clinic planning, let the admin in your outpatient area know to refer to the app. The admin will log in, review the assigned delivery mode, and complete any actions required in ESM and contacting the patient. The admin can keep track of this by marking the admin complete field. All information in this appointment app is auditable. You can view at any point anyone that has touched any patient via this history button. On the day of clinic, the clinician will contact the patient as per the assigned delivery mode. Once they have completed their work in the IMR, they will come in here and complete the appointment outcome screen by clicking on the patient. You'll see the patient's UR, name, and date of birth appear at the top of the screen. Ensure you have the correct patient selected. Where the off-site clinician has ordered any pathology or radiology and requires a requisition form to be printed and sent, so to the patient or to a private provider, the clinician can select yes, and this will create a task for the on-site admin to grab the requisition form off the printer and distribute as required. A comments field will also pop up where additional commentary can be added. The radiology requisition form works the same way. Medication scripts cannot be ordered off-site. This is because they need to be printed on PBS paper and the prescription needs to be signed by the prescriber. In the event that a medication script is required, the off-site clinician is to note the details in the clinic note and then come and select yes in this form. This will create a clinical task for the on-site clinician to prepare, print and distribute that script on your behalf. For clinics that are bulk billing, you'll notice that you have the options for phone and telehealth appointments in the drop-down list. In the event that you do not bulk bill, there's also a not bulk billed option. Any additional comments can be put in here as well. Select the appointment outcome from the drop-down field. The most common is generally discharge from service or follow-up appointment required. In the event that you select follow-up appointment required, additional fields will display for additional information. Any extra information can be entered into this comments field, as well as any additional appointments. Where a medical transcription is required, please select from the list. Dictated, use note, or no letter required. Selecting dictated or use note will create an action for the medical typist to complete. Any additional clinical tasks can be entered into this field. These include any tasks which cannot be completed remotely. For example, ordering on paper. Once completed, click Save Changes. Please note that clicking Close will lose all changes. In the event that a patient did not attend their appointment, this can be recorded by clicking on the patient, launching the appointment outcome details window, and clicking the red Did Not Attend button. You'll be presented with a number of mandatory fields to complete. The action will be either rebook or remove. In the event that you determine the patient is to be removed, there will be no additional information required. Where a selection of rebook is made, the additional time frame and delivery mode will be required. When completed, click Save Changes. Clicking Close will not save any changes. These steps are to be repeated for every patient within the clinic. The OPD Admin Task List, Typist Task List and Clinical Task Lists are available to on-site clinicians and admin to view outstanding tasks for completion. We're going to start with the OPD Admin Task List, which you launch by clicking. You can select by location or resource. All appointments that have outstanding actions will display in this list. They will display from oldest to newest. There will be one line per appointment with multiple actions potentially recorded at the side. Outstanding actions will display as blue with a red exclamation mark. More information can be seen by clicking. Comments and drop-down fields selected by the off-site clinician will be visible in this view. Once the action is completed, so for this one it would be bill processing in MediRecords, you can mark it as Save Complete. Any additional comments can be entered in this comments field. Clicking Close will not retain your comments. Upon refreshing, completed tasks will show as green. The appointment will continue to display as long as there are blue outstanding tasks. Each task should be completed. The appointment outcome should be recorded in ESM and any follow-up appointments scheduled as advised. Once completed, mark as Save Complete. For any pathology or radiology that was ordered, once they've been distributed, they should be marked as complete. Once all tasks have been completed for an appointment, it will disappear off the outstanding list. Continue to work through each clinic, updating ESM or completing the task as required and marking so in the list. You can view completed tasks by changing your task view from Standard User to Admin User. This view is filtered by appointment date. You can view a full history of what has been completed with the patient. This view is a full audit history from the time the patient was on the clinic list to the time the patient was on the task list. The typist task list works very similar with different tasks. The list can be filtered by location or resource as required. All outstanding tasks will again display on this list. Outstanding tasks will display as blue, and more information can be viewed by clicking. Once the dictation has been completed, you can mark as Save Complete, and the patient will disappear from the list. Again, a full audit history is available by selecting Admin User View. And finally, the clinical task list works the same again. Filter by location or resource as desired. All appointments with outstanding clinical actions will display. The medication script, once completed in IEMR, mark as Save Complete, and it will turn green with a refresh. We also have additional clinical tasks. Remember that these are tasks that the off-site clinician is unable to complete, which needs on-site clinical intervention. Once completed, hit Save Complete. Upon refresh, the patient will disappear from the list. Again, to view a full audit history, switch the view to Admin User. This concludes the demonstration of the mobile OPD communication application. For any further information about the remote OPD workflows or the mobile OPD communication app, please refer to the Metro South Digital webpage.